So I have downloaded the document. And guys, I got to tell you this. I want you to know this for real, for real, for real. People are telling you this is not a big deal. They must not have read the document. And anything about Trump that's negative, they go, damn Democrats. Damn Democrats playing footsie again. Damn Democrats on this agenda to give it to Donald Trump. These damn Democrats won't stop. These damn Democrats, and all of that's true. The damn Democrats. But check this out. I read this indictment. It's not as if this indictment is frivolous. I mean, there are real things in this indictment. If they're true, if what I read was true, and at this point, I'm 70% in the camp that the indictment is true. Because I don't trust law enforcement. That's sort of like a rule. I don't really trust them. I mean, I trust them, but I don't trust them. So if you read this indictment and you're under the impression that Donald Trump did nothing wrong, you tripping. You are tripping, okay? Because Donald Trump did a lot of things wrong if this indictment's correct. Now, if you want to say the indictment's phony and what they wrote down, what the FBI says, Department of Justice, everybody's making it up, what the people testified, there's sections of this document which are conversations with other people besides internally in the FBI or in the Department of Justice. Interviews that other people have given information to. So it's a lot to it, okay? I put this out, and so few people on Facebook and Twitter may have saw it because I had it just for subscribers. And I said this, guys. Donald Trump, he brought this on himself. He brought it on himself. He already knows he can't go making mistakes. He knows they're going to be having him under a magnifying glass. He already knows they're watching every move he makes. And then he does this. Guys, did you see how many documents he took? Any idea how much moving around he did? First of all, it's 37 charges. He could face up to 100 years in federal prison. The document alleges that Donald Trump put us at risk. He put the national security at risk due to the handling of highly sensitive documents that were not to be consumed by only people with the highest security clearance. There's skepticism about whether Trump would serve the full sentence if convicted. Hey, we didn't even get there. It's a long way between where we are now to some type of charges really being laid. Okay? As far as him being convicted of anything and then him serving time, that's a whole nother thing. Here's the thing. If you're comparing Donald Trump with Biden and then with Pence, there's a difference. When they asked, first of all, they didn't ask Biden for any documents back. All of a sudden, he found that he had documents when he saw what Trump was going through. So that's one of the big differences. Same thing with Pence. Like Pence, when they asked Pence or they asked Biden, they didn't have to ask for them to turn over documents. But if they were asked and then they said, I don't got nothing, and then it turns out he does have documents, that's a problem. See, folks, it's okay to say the Democrats, and I guess now we're saying the Democrats run the Department of Justice. I guess now we're saying the Democrats run the FBI, which is kind of weird. We're saying that they run all of the mechanisms. Why can't people just admit that Donald Trump did the wrong thing? Why can't you just admit that a rich guy who's willing to do, used to doing, whatever the hell he wants to do, has continued to operate that way when he's playing in a different game now? Yeah, a guy who's used to sitting on gold toilets, he doesn't accept the fact that he don't get to do whatever the fuck he want to do. He don't get to just bring documents. Dog, box after box after box after box, and he just put them like this, his personal shit. Guys, he set documents aside during his tenure as president. I don't even know why. I'm sitting here trying to figure out, why are you putting documents away? What the point is of taking classified shit with you. Come on now, we've all worked jobs. We took a stapler home, keyboard, mouse, desktop, a phone system. a car. We've all done that, right? Was it just me? This guy took documents, classified documents of our allies and our enemies. Shit that people have risked their lives, intel that people have risked their lives to get. This fucker took home and sat in his toilet room. Sat on the mantle, Johnson. Look, I got a problem, guys. We're gonna have a problem if you dismiss everything Trump does because you hate Democrats. Got a problem. I don't like the Democratic Party either, but I don't like what Donald Trump did here. Let's keep going. Let's get through this so you get some more substance. People say Donald Trump this whole thing may be politically motivated. It was highlighted that the Attorney General should openly or operate independently, that a special counsel oversaw this indictment. Maybe a special counsel should oversee it, which they did. The special counsel presented the case to a grand jury, which it did, which decided if there was enough evidence for an indictment, which they did. This is not one person. This is not Biden's boy. This ain't Hunter Biden. This ain't Nancy Pelosi and Hillary getting together. No, there are bigger forces at play. My point is pretty simple, guys. What was done here was wrong. It should not have been done. Should not have been put in this situation. But I want to see a little bit more venom. I want to see a little bit more anger. I want to see a little bit more frustration. Not just side of the Democrats. Not just pointing at the Democrats going, why are you doing this? But realizing he ain't supposed to do this shit. This should have never happened. This should be something that we never discussed. Dog, when they said, bring the documents, what documents do you have? He went and told people to go hide documents. When they asked his lawyers for documents, now only if you believe the indictment, when they asked him, when his lawyers were asked about documents, he had this guy, Waltine Knott. It's another guy who's also in the indictment. It's a deputy to him, an assistant that works for Donald Trump. He's also named in the indictment. He's got charges too, because he helped Trump move documents and then lied about moving those documents. That's the charge that this young guy, former Marine, is now facing because he listened to Donald Trump and did what Donald Trump told him to do, which is lie to investigators and conceal documents he should never even been privy to. He should even know about those documents. Folks, it's so lazy of Trump. He invited Kid Rock to Mar-a-Lago. Kid Rock goes on Tucker Carlson's show, and he talks about Trump hanging out with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. And he talked to Trump in the interview. You can see it. I saw it today. I just didn't want to put it in here. And Kid Rock goes, yeah, Tucker, I'm over at Mar-a-Lago just kicking it with Trump. And Trump's like, hey, take a look at this document. It's inside pictures behind the scenes of North Korea that he's not supposed to even know. And he says to Kid Rock, hey, you're not even supposed to see this. This is special shit. And Kid Rock's like, why are you showing me? I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to see this shit. It's on tape. So now we're going to say Kid Rock's lying on Trump? We're going to say everything that's being done is just bullshit? No, it's not. See, it's not so simple that we got bad guys and good guys versus bad guys. We got dumbasses, and we got bad guys, and then we got naive people. We got people that are corrupted. We got it all mixed. Everything's a little of everything. You get what I'm saying? Do I believe that Donald Trump was taking these documents in order to sell out America? I don't really believe that. I don't have any evidence of that. That was sort of my benchmark. Like, yo, unless they could prove to me that Donald Trump was trying to sell out America, I don't really give a shit, right?
Right.
But until I read how egregious it was, dog, you put our documents in the toilet room, dog. Then I thought about what Mar-a-Lago is. Biden put documents in his house. I don't know how many people he has at his house. Mar-a-Lago is a resort where thousands of people have. It's going to be a test. It's a test to see just where my people are at. Not just my people. It's a test to see where independent media is. It's a test to see where the progressives are. Progressive people, are you really that progressive? Or are you just people that can't stand the Democrats who secretly love Trump? Because what Trump did is effed up. And I'm one of those people that say what Hillary did was effed up. See, some of us have been around longer than 2 seconds. I was one of the people saying what Hillary did when she had a private email server that housed all their documents from Secretary of State on her own personal computer system, which is fucking illegal. Anybody should know that. A person I guess I could still consider myself an IT professional because I did it for 20 years. Something you can never do, that you should never be allowed to do. Hell, some companies won't even let you have your email on your own device. She put our documents, our country's documents on our own devices and on our own network. So yeah, I called that out. And there are a lot of people who didn't have a problem with it. That's when they liked Tim Black. But now that Tim Black is saying Donald Trump's an asshole for doing this, you don't get to go say lock Hillary up and then go do the same shit. And I know Hillary destroyed documents. I know she did. I believe she melted down those hard drives and did whatever she did to make those hard drives incapable of being re-examined. Okay, I get that. But Donald Trump doesn't get to do the same thing, and then people go, oh, well, nothing to see here. Because, Pence had documents. Biden had documents. Trump has documents. What's the difference? Well, when they asked Trump for the documents, he had them hidden. Then they know how they found out? Know how they found out, babe? No. He has cameras. Uh-huh. So they said, okay, you gave us all the documents? And yeah, I gave all the documents. Then they went, when they got the search warrant, they looked at his cameras, they saw people moving boxes out of the areas where they got the documents and realized he had other documents stored in other areas he didn't tell them about. And then he's got this young kid, and I'm saying young kid, like 30-something, late 30s, doing it for him. Ruining his fucking future for Trump. And why? So I'm going to ask all my smart people, why did Trump do it? Why is he keeping documents? He doesn't hear the organization. He's not a politician anymore. What is he doing? Why does he need to know this? Why does he need to have these documents? If you take a pager from work, fuck it. Say you take a smartphone from work. You no longer work there. You take a smartphone. You're probably going to use that smartphone at home. Okay, I get that. I understand it. Why did Trump take classified information? Why did he take it? At some point, are we going to attach nefarious motives to what Trump does? Or are we going to continue to say this 70-year-old man just does shit? How much longer will we just look the other way and go, he don't know what he's doing. He's a bumbling idiot. That's why I never liked when people did that. They always were dismissive, but there were always an agenda behind their dismissiveness. Mm. They say stuff like, oh, Trump, he's a bumbling fool. Trump doesn't know. Trump. Yeah, whatever. I don't buy that. I'm asking you a straight up question. Imagine yourself 70 years old, rich as fuck. Why do you want to have these documents that people have risked their lives to get? Why do you want to be able to show those to friends? Is it just to show to friends, or do you have some other reason for taking those documents? I mean, let's be cool. Let's be real. Let's just keep it 100. Everybody, keep it real. Mrs. Black, I know you're not a fan of Donald Trump. So I know you also, so you're going to be a little bit biased because you can't stand the guy. But what I'm saying is, he took documents. He had those documents taken. Mm-hmm. Moved to his home. Mm-hmm. Is it so crazy for people to be pissed off about that?
It's not. Actually, he had gained a few cool points from me. I mean, he was still in a negative, when he wished Biden well and that he wasn't hurt when he tripped at that Air Force Academy. But now I don't get it either. I mean, in a sense, you can look at it as, it's treason. He's taking documents for what reason? You're right. For what is it to score cool points? I mean, and the fact that Kid Rock mentioned it, I don't think that's something I would have said out loud, or if he had done that, if Trump had showed me Doc, I don't think that's something that I would have mentioned to the press or to the public. I think that's stupid as well. But the bigger stupid picture is Trump even mentioning it to anyone or saying anything to anyone.
They have a list in that document, which I have. Yeah. In the indictment, they have different. They don't tell you the names of the people, but there are a number of instances where people are. Where they say, well, this person, we interviewed this person, and then they have the actual testimony of the person saying, yeah, he showed me this document, or at this time, this was disclosed. So there are actual incidents of Trump doing these things.
So in this instance, would Kid Rock making that public, is that someone that would be subpoenaed? Would he be? Probably.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, it goes to support the claims made by the Department of Justice that Donald Trump did these things.
Yeah, it just seems so senseless. It's like such a waste of time for him.
Kid Rock did not break into Mar-a-Lago, then break into boxes, and then come talk about it on Tucker Carlson's show. He's saying what happened.
Right.
Kid Rock doesn't need to look at to look at what our servicemen and women are doing in North Korea, or what surveillance they were able to ascertain. Do you realize in those documents? You want to people? I know there's people. I don't care. I hate the Democrat. Dog, there are things in those documents. If it's true, if it's a lie, everything I'm saying doesn't matter. If it's a lie, and if you feel that way, you feel like it's all a lie, it's all bogus, nothing's real. Okay, fine. You're delusional. I don't think everybody's against Trump. I don't believe the whole world is set up to undermine Trump's campaign. There are documents that say what we will do, how we will attack countries. He has those. He has documents that says if a country does this is how we will attack them after they do such and such. Do you realize how insecure that makes us as a country, that we got a guy that's that fucking dumb that would take that document home? And look, dog, he has security at Mar-a-Lago. None of his security knew he had those documents. The security there are for him as a person, not for his residence, not to control or because if they would have known those documents, nobody would have been allowed to go into Mar-a-Lago. Right? So you gotta protect the country. It's wild that I have to tell patriots, because people love to talk about how they're patriots. We're patriots. Stop calling yourself black. Call yourself American. You're American.
And it's like you have to think too.
Now I'm trying to be American. And I'm saying, as an American, where is your pride? Where is your patriotism? Because it's Trump, now it's out the window. Now we don't care. Go ahead, Mrs. Black.
I'm just saying, I'm going back further, with Trump having the documents, but what is the process or the protocol when he left the White House? Shouldn't there be some type of check-in, or these documents have to be stored somewhere?
Somebody need to go through his bag, like when you work at Kmart or something.
Pretty much.
Check your bags as you leave for the day.
Something to check it, or even when you're watching movies or TVs and TV shows, and you have like this evidence room, right? And you have someone who's there, like the gatekeeper, who's at the evidence window. And you've got to give some ID or something in exchange for going in the room to look through these items that's evidence that could put people in jail, or has concerns about going to trial and something, right, they being in jail for the rest of their lives or dying. You would think that there was some type of protocol or process within the White House and wherever these documents are stored, that someone can't just walk in and say, oh, President Trump needs this box, that box in Area 56. dash 21, grab 3 of those boxes. We're going to take those. But there has to be something.
But see, this is what I think. I don't think anybody has really the authority to question the president. So he collected, according to the, once again, guys, this is all according to the indictment. But let me say this before I go back to that point. The worst thing about Joe Biden doing this, so everybody knows, Joe Biden took documents when he was a senator. He had no way to declassify those documents. So it's different with Joe Biden. Joe Biden should never had shit at home. He's a senator. He should never have he should not have had classified documents, at least until he was a vice president, okay? Because as a senator, you don't have that security clearance to declassify any documents. Donald Trump had access to everything. He's the president. He gets briefed on everything. He gets the documents. Having worked in contracting, government contracting, I know that the special appointee, the presidential appointees, for instance, they will have their own staff. So it's like their unit, their team. And on that team, you got, your secretaries, your chief of staff, you have whatever. And you can say, look, make copies of this, make copies of that. I want you to copy today's brief, put it, box it up, whatever. So that's a normal, he didn't just take them all at one time. He had documents he had been collecting throughout his tenure, right, throughout his time as president. But my thing is, why do you want those documents?
Yeah.
Once again, guys, we are talking about serious shit.
Yeah.
You and I as regular people, if you see these documents, the serious nature of these documents, you'd be like, I don't need to look at this. And look, I'm a critic of Kid Rock's, his badges, putting on the show for the cameras, acting like he's gonna lose his mind over a, social media influencer getting a case of beer or whatever it was and tripping and just want to make himself relevant. But his reaction was a very natural reaction. Yeah. On Tucker, he was like, I don't even know if I should be talking about it now. Then he proceeded to talk about it. He even said in the said in a clip, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this even now. And then he talked about it. I'm tired of saying, and look, I know most of you have not read the document. Before I read the document, I was of the opinion, dumb Trump doing dumb shit. Why did he do this? I wasn't angry about it. I just felt like, Trump, why are you giving him a reason? Why are you giving him this? Why are you doing this? We don't got other stuff to worry about. What a distraction for us to have to worry about documents like this. Why put yourself in this position? But after I read the indictment, it's like, nah, man, this guy's a jackass. He's a jackass. He's worse than a jackass. If they could prove that he had any type of intentions, I don't know how you prove intent. But all I'm saying is he had very sensitive documents that should not have been seen by anyone else without that authority, without our best interests at heart. There's certain shit you don't do. I talk a lot about America. I complain. I rant. You know what I'm saying? I get on my thing. I do my, I get in my bag. So. I do my thing, But dog, I don't want to, I'm not trying to destroy, I'm not trying to get servicemen and women killed. I'm not trying to undermine, what's it? It's like 5 groups. The UK, for instance. I know the UK is part of it. Maybe Germany. There are things that you get shot for. There are things you lose your life for. There are things that get you put in prison for the rest of your days. And Trump is doing them. He's not being forced to do it. He's not, damn it. He did it because he wanted to. He did it because he thinks he's beyond. Then he's going to lie and say he was able to do it. No, you're not able to just do what you want to do. So anyway, and look, I know I got people out there who are just happy anybody who knocks the spit out of the Democrats, who takes a little sheen off the global empire, that takes one for the team. But this right here, folks, this is self-serving. This is stupid. And if it's not self-serving and stupid and foolish, it's very vicious. At some point, you got to grow up. At some point, you got to grow up. I encourage everyone to go download it. It's a free PDF. It's not fun reading, but it grabs you in the beginning. It grabs you from the break. When you start looking at what these documents entail. Nuclear capabilities. No, man. No. Just to show people that you know. So what about people that Trump is already president. Trump, no one's going to be more impressed by what you got to show than by what you've done and who you are, what you've done. Yeah, what you've done. What you've done is, if being president of the United States isn't enough to impress people, showing them a document that you were able to see only as president, dog, that ain't going to do it either.
It's like Trump missed that being president 101, because there are a lot of things that he just fluffed up on, thinking he could just do. You know, he just missed that prerequisite because he really didn't seem to know what he was doing. And then everyone around him was like, yes, Mr. President, yes, Mr. President. And not, hold on, we can't do such and such, or this is not the way, this is, you know, he missed something.
It's like someone who just feels like all the reasons, all the rules can be bypassed, and that they're all pointless.
Right.
All
they
rules
don't
are
pertain
pointless.
to him.
No, they're not pointless. There are people with intentions that are not good.
Right.
Who want this information not to go, oh, Trump is really,
right.
Trump's, he's amazing. Now they're like, oh, this is right, I can sell this.
Yeah.
Someone can take the document that Trump has. I mean, dog, there was one point where his aide goes in the room and the documents aren't even in the boxes anymore. This is all over the fucking floor. Security secrets all over the floor. There are pictures of the documents all over the floor. No guards, no name tag thingy, go in and out. Just there, just chilling. I know that we're going to have a lot of people who deny the severity of this. I don't think we should deny it. I don't think you're doing a good service to your viewers or to the country or to anyone or to reality. Frankly, just being real. Come on, man. People have been locked away for 30 years for a lot less than this shit. He did way worse than the potential exposure is just too great. He's too old. He's a grown-ass man. He's got to know there are things you can't do. And that's to do him. If we got a bunch of conservatives in the chat room, what we could do is we could just block them. Blocker. That feel that they want to attack me for saying my point of view on this. And my point of view is that there is no excuse. And I mean this, folks. There is no excuse. I feel that what Donald Trump did is inexcusable. Does he need to go to jail for 100 years? But the fact that this should not be happening. This is not something that should be happening. Don't tell me what other people did. I hate that. Oh, well, Biden and Trump and Obama and Dwight Eisenhower and motherfucker, I don't want to hear all this. Donald Trump did it. He shouldn't have done it. The end. No one else gets all that. No one else gets all the set-asides, all the overlooking. Oh, well, he's just, they're just after him. Nah, man. Well, that's it.
Just mind-blowing. It really is.
Yeah, it is. Really it is, man. It's, there you go. That's what it is.
Sometimes. All right.
Yeah.
On to some more brighter, exciting news.
Yeah.